wondering why other people's success or wondering why other people are successful is the refuge of losers. It's a loser mentality. It's a loser occupation. It's a loser practice because you're wondering why other people are successful. Like, who gives a fuck? You can say you think it sucks, but to spend time wondering why someone is successful and hating on someone for being successful, it doesn't do any good. It's like, what is that old expression that jealousy is, it's a poison that does the opposite of its intended? It doesn't affect the other person at all, but it poisons yourself. There's something that I figured out personally, and that I try to relay this, and I try to be more clear and more concise the way I relay it. The way I look at it is that your mind, you have a certain amount of bandwidth. This is why I don't read Instagram comments or Twitter comments or YouTube comments. Like, I don't have any time. If I read them, it's an accident. But to seek them out, you go, like, you have bandwidth. I don't spend time wondering why I hate things or hating on someone or being jealous. You have, let's call it units. You have 100 units of bandwidth in your mind. So that means there's 100 units that you can spend on things you care about, or you could let your mind be occupied by some stupid fucking Twitter feud that you're in with some idiot that you don't even know, and you could spend 30% of your Twitter bandwidth or your mind bandwidth on this, and then you only have 70% for the things you love. And then maybe you're involved in some fucking relationship with someone who's an idiot, and you're arguing back and forth with them. Well, there's another 30% that's gone. Now you have 40% left. You have 40% for the things you love instead of 100%. But if you only concentrate on the things you care about that mean something to you and learn how to do that, like you were talking about meditation, it's a form of meditation because you're learning how to avoid the little road bumps and the ditches on the side of the road. When you stopped drinking, all of a sudden your career took off. Started doing well because you had more bandwidth and you had less problems. This problem that you had that was rotting you away no longer existed. So now all of a sudden it frees up your time and you realize, oh my God, there's so many funny things that I could talk about and I have so much energy and I'm so healthy. I could just go on stage and have fun, and then you're killing it. Before I was successful, I realized it was stupid. Long before, because when I was like an amateur, I would see guys that were killing, and I'd be like, fuck him, like, why is he doing good? Like, that guy sucks, and this guy sucks, and, you know, how come he got this and he got that? And then I remember thinking, like, this is a gigantic waste of time, and I got into comedy because I'm a fan of comedy. And my concentrating on people that suck or being jealous about people that are doing well does me zero good. But instead, if someone does well, I can be inspired. And I can get fired up by it. I mean, I figured this out in my early 20s. I was like, okay, I have a poor way of looking at it because it's a martial arts thing. Because in martial arts, like, you can't be jealous of someone else's ability. You have to realize you might have to fight them someday. So by realizing that they're really good, you're forced to be objective about it. And you have to go to work. Like, you have to go, fuck, that guy's better than me. I got to get better. And you have to go to work. There's no positive benefit in underestimating someone. When I see someone just murder on stage, fuck, I want to go to work. Go write. I want to get home and write. Like, I want to go perform. I'm like, fuck, that guy just killed. Or holy shit, she just crushed. Or she's out there killing it. And he's doing so good. It makes me want to work harder. And in that sense, as long as someone's not doing anything bad, as long as someone's not victimizing someone, what they're doing is they're showing you that it's possible to do better than you're doing. And that's good. Everybody's similar, but everybody's different. And your attitude has a giant effect, not just on your life, but on other people's lives around you. That's the other thing about it. Those I can't catch a break guys, get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks. I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? I stayed up. And I thought through it, and I figured out what the fuck I did wrong, and then I went back. It's like, I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it. And I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody has. But you got to realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is. It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just little challenges. And the people that look at those challenges and go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel. Like the fuel people,
they're the
people that are kicking ass. The people that are out there just fucking hustling, always getting things done. The guy, like my friend Jocko, every morning I'll check his Instagram page, 4:30, shows a picture of his watch. Get after it. He's out there working out 4:30 in the morning. He does it every fucking morning. Why? Because he doesn't want to. And that's how you do it. You go and get after it. You don't make any excuses. And those kind of guys are fuel. But those I can't catch a break guys, they're the opposite of fuel. They're just pissing on your fire. They're no fun. And then the people that surround them are all idiots. Because only idiots want to be around I can't catch a break guy. Only the dummies stick around. After a while, even if they're your good friend, you got to be like, bro, you got to fucking stop. You got to stop with all this I can't catch a break bullshit. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting your shit together, reading a book, meditating, something. Fucking something. But this I can't catch a break shit is not helping anybody, and it pushes everybody away from you. But some people, they get caught in that pattern, and it might be their parents, it might be how they were raised, somebody might have told them they were useless real early on, and it's stuck, and they never feel like they get enough reassurance. They never feel like they get enough motivation. Mind is so different, there's some people that they don't have that obsessed mind. Their mind is like, they're better off, like, running a country store somewhere, just being real friendly to people that come in, being a baker and making good food for folks.
Yeah.
There's some people that's their thing. That's their calling. Reinforcement of positive goals and reinforcement of positive experiences. I think there's some people that they never got any of that, and everything was just work and just drudgery, and they'd rather just lay around because that is the alternative to work and drudgery. A lot of it had come from martial arts too. I'd fought a lot and I'd competed a lot in martial arts tournaments, and I think that from that I realized that like these unconventional paths, they brought me something that I wasn't getting from regular life. It brought me self-esteem. It gave me this feeling that I wasn't a loser. It was the only thing that I'd ever done my whole life where I've said, wow, maybe I'm not a loser. I kind of thought I was an outcast and a loser, and then all of a sudden I was successful at something, only because I was obsessed with it. But then I knew there was no way I was ever going to be able to hold a regular job, and then I got lucky when I was 21 and I found stand-up. And so from then on, I'd kind of like locked into this thing where I'm just going to do what I like and fuck what everybody says, because everybody's giving me advice to do this and advice to do that, and it never seems to be what I want to do. I got lucky and I found a bunch of shit that I like. And if you had said to me, if you asked me if I was, outside of my life, and if I didn't know that I existed, and you said, do you think it's possible to be a cage fighting commentator / stand-up comedian? I'd be like, no. Right. They don't go together. What is it in your life that attracts you? I've been very, very, very fortunate. And one of the things that I've been very fortunate is I would say I'm a risk taker, but it's more that I don't have any interest in doing safe things. Okay. In terms of like, I don't have any interest in like taking an easy job, a safe job. I know I'm going to get a paycheck every week. That's never interested me. Okay. That seems like prison. And I've never been able to do it. And I always thought that I was a loser because I couldn't do that. Because other people could work hard, and they can get a good job, and they would get a pension, security. I felt like when I was young, there was something wrong with me, that I couldn't do that. Because I grew up in New England, and in Boston, everybody worked hard. There's like a hard blue-collar sort of environment where I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Whoever you are, how you feel, what is the thing that you're drawn to? For some people, it's architecture. They want to build houses. They're fascinated by the construction methods. They're fascinated by design, and they're just really drawn to want to build houses. Yeah. Some people want to make music. Some people are drawn to lyrics, and they're drawn to musical notes and bars and changes, and that's their thing. Everybody has some people have many things, and for some people, that's their problem, is they have so many things. True. It's hard to focus on one. But really the key, I think, to happiness in life is being honest with yourself and finding whatever it is that's attractive to you, whatever it is that draws you, whether it's animation or sculpture or making clothes. Everyone has a thing. It is a crazy life, but it's a really crazy life if you follow your passions. Yeah. And it's a fucking crazy, boring life if you don't.